Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about the Preform winner. This is an equipment to have the dimensional analysis of the preforms. Now in this video we'll be discussing about how this equipment works, what is the principle behind working of this equipment, and how the report generates, the software looks like, and in what sense we will be able to fasten the quality testing procedure in the preform industry. We have to understand that why dimensional analysis of preform is necessary. So this is a PET preform I have in my hand. So it is very important to have a good preform to make the good bottle, because in the blow molding process, a preform with the help of a parison, it is blow molded, and the wall thickness, the neck finish, the label panel thing, or if I talk about the threads, these things matter a lot in determining the mechanical strength of the bottles when it will be blow molded. So it is very important to have a good quality preform. So that is the purpose to have a dimensional analysis. So if I talk about the profile of this, so many things are involved in this preform to make it good. So this part is known as gate. This is the label panel. This whole section is neck finish, and this is the neck height. Diameter is an important part. The thread of the sample, in between these two threads we have pitch, the diameter, the call, this is part known as the collar. So this collar diameter, these things impact a lot in terms of the leakage testing, the wall thickness of the sample, and the torque as well. If the threads are not aligned properly, we'll not be able to get a good quality bottle as well. So this is the importance of doing this kind of testing. Principle behind this equipment is that it takes the optical image of the sample and then it converts into real world microns or millimeter. It takes the software uses an algorithm. Here we have optical geometry. You can see that we are using illuminated lights. These illuminated lights have LED rings. Okay, some backlights are provided to the sample, and when we click in the software, these optical images are converted into edge detections, and then they are converted into different coordinates, and you will get a proper profile of the sample in terms of its thread, pitch, the diameter of sample, the overall profile of the specimen which is placed in front of the camera. So the industrial camera we are using is 12 megapixel. Now performing the test in this equipment. Now this is the software which will be used to check the profile of the preform which we will be taking. Firstly, we need to make the profile for the preform. So I need to go in the test section and need to go to the master file. We have made some previous profiles here. So we'll be creating a new subcategory here because I have a new profile right now. I can save it with the name Preform. Some description, batch ID, anything you want to give, that can be given. Right now I'm just adding Preform 01. Okay, and I can add master with it. We'll go in next. Now with the here the preform profile is created. Now we need to click on this and you go in the create new master file. It's very easy to make. Just the only thing is we have to have a full analysis that what our sample is. That is important for creating master file. So the name is Preform. You go in the sample name, description 01, test, I'm testing for self, distance, either you can go in mm or in micron. So I'm selecting mm, and angle is also either in degree or radian. We'll be going in degree. We'll click on next. We can add SOPs here. Okay, you can make one SOP and can upload. Now this is capturing the image of the sample. So I have to place the master sample here. So I have placed it, and now this is showing the image of the sample. Now I will save it and we'll start creating datum now. We need to make a horizontal line here to cover the whole preform. This is how it has to be done. All this is a part of training which will be provided to you by the service team. So we have taken the main edges of the sample, which is the principle behind the testing. Second, we need to make a midline so that the coordinates can be taken between this and this. So I have to use these 2 points. Second, I will be clicking on these 2 points. Now the midline has been created. Now we need to take a region of interest. The region of interest will be from where the camera will be detecting the sample properly. So any unique property of the preform you can take. So I will consider this color dia for that. This I can take. This datum is created. Now whatever things you want to test in this preform, for example, I want to check the diameter of this thread, the minor diameter of this thread, the height of the neck or the collar diameter, the pitch between the distance between the 2 threads, which are very difficult to check with the or takes much time with the help of the manual gauges or the vernier calipers. So by single clicks you will be getting that. So firstly I want to make for diameter, we have different parameters here. For example, if any sort of curves you want to check, you can go in this radius of curvature section. For threads, one by one we will see. We'll start with the distance, like I want to measure this is the diameter which I am considering. You can start from the gate portion also. So this I will name as diameter. The lower limit you can add as per your margin. Right now I am setting 1 to 100. You can set anything. First you can make a measurement. You have that this much it should be a 25 mm, 25.2, 25.3. Those upper and lower limits can be added here. Here we need to take mean. Okay. So diameter of the preform has been taken. Now second, what I want, I need to take, let's say, the height of the whole neck area. So I will again go to distance. We'll start from this section to this section. You don't need to make the points very accurately. Just by clicking at least an approximate point, the optical image will automatically take that and will give you the proper accurate measurement of the parameter you are taking. So here I want the cap thing. So for the capping, because this is the section which will be used to cap, so that is important that the neck height is proper in all the lot of the preforms. So this is the second thing I want to check. So neck height. Now thirdly, let's say I will take the thread. Okay, n number of things you can take, the collar, diameter, thread. I will take 2 more profiles and then we will start the testing now. Okay. I want the collar dia, okay, because this is also very important to be precise. Here we need to take the maximum because the peak point we want here. Okay, so if any issue if we will be doing while selecting the points, that also it will indicate, so that we can just cross this point. And we'll apply this. So these are the distance I want for the timing, and last I will use the thread, okay, in which all the things, the thread, pitch will be coming. So for that you just need to drag the point. For this I want to check the thread and pitch. I will go in next. Limits you need to apply for major, for minor, and for the pitch, the distance between the two will apply, and the thread is also made. And this is our whole profile, and we'll click on finish. So we have created our master profile for the preform. Now what we need to do, just placing the sample and checking that it is complying to the master or not. Now we'll start the test. We'll go in start a test, whatever sample we have. So this was my profile. Now this is my profile, whole everything is being made. We'll click on run this test. We'll auto generate this ID. And first sample will place. Click on inspect. You can see the height of the preform is showing 66.4 mm, collar diameter is showing, and all these points are passed. Pitch is not passing. So that this is one point. Now I will take the second sample. Just I need to place the sample and click on inspect. So the second sample, and then the third sample I want to test. Clicked on inspect. You can see 3 samples are tested, and whatever the differences are there, which are, it is shown here. So I will finish this test here. I will click on stop test. We'll click on yes stop, and we'll print this result directly or download it. So I've downloaded it. We'll go in this download section and you can see the report. This is the report, the master image. Okay, this is what the master image is, and from that how much the sample is deviating, that can be seen here. This is the first, we have the second, we have the third. With the facility of having the images of these also side by side, the height, collar diameter, the threads, in terms of minor, major, these are very important to make the sample appropriately. Okay, this is how it works. Now the software, if I talk about, is pharma compliant, and if I talk about the Food and Drugs Regulatory Authority, so FDA regulations also this equipment complies to, because this system is 21 CFR compliant, where if I want to go to the audit trails, I can see that whatever things I have tried to do in terms of logging in, status, I downloaded the report, I performed the test, who is the user category, everything will be shown here. Okay, I can download it also, and the facility of deleting is not there in this, which is the requirement of this compliance. User management is there in terms of who can log in, what kind of interface in. Okay, so the role based access is provided in this. So these things, okay, everything will be provided, that admin can block the specific role here from using a specific interface. So those things are provided. This system can be integrated with the ERP system, where if the multiple plants are there, okay, and which are making the same preform, so the real time based testing is possible with this kind of testing, and everyone can have come onto a same pace for making their preform. So hence in all the branches you will be having the same lot of the sample, and you can maintain uniformity in the preforms. So this is the main purpose of making the testing as easy as possible. Just after making one profile, n number of preforms can be tested in just single click. That is the kind of advancement this equipment tries to provide. So thank you so much. For more such information, you can contact Presto.